Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this lesson is going to be about the fire, like the metaphor of the fire that we have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody says, oh, you know what? You remember back in the days, the game NBA Jam, when you will hit like 3 shots in a row and they'll be like, he's on fire, you know? Like it was like a metaphor for like, man, he's hot, man. He's on fire. He's hot, you know, he's cooking, you know what I mean? Like it's like that, you know, we're going to have to go through the fire, you know what I mean? The fire of affliction and all that. We're going to have to go through that, you know, and endure. Because we want to go through the fire of this affliction now, or if we don't, later we'll go through the physical fire, which is going to be those torments, and it's going to be painful and agonizing death. All right? Yeah, those torments are not pleasant. All right? It's going to be gnashing of teeth for those that if they get caught up in those torments. All right, if you quit, you tap out, if you decide that you want to drop the plow and quit working for the Lord and quit being a servant, you got to get caught up in those torments, man. All right, so you want to be afflicted now and go through this light affliction that we're going through right now and make it into the kingdom, or you can just quit going through this light affliction and go through a major punishment and get caught up in the torments later. But we got to go through that fire, all right, to get to where we want to go, all right, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is ultimate peace and rulership. But we got to work to get it. We got to go through something to get it. Right? The Bible says in the book of Acts, through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Much tribulation. So we're going to go through something to get what we want. This is 1 Peter 1:6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So it's manifold temptations that we're going to have to go through. A bunch of temptation, all right, that we're going to have to fight against. You know, we got the hour of temptation, which is the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, all right, which is going to be, the chip, all right, which is going to be that, and deal with all kind of antichrist on the earth. Many wicked men, all right, in that day, all right, because they hated him who rebuketh in the gate, and we are the ones who rebuke the world, so they hate us, all right, so we're going to have to go through that fire. We're going to be tried, all right, as gold is tried in the fire, so we get purified when we go through that fire, All right, we get stronger and more confident when we go through the fire. All right, because it's purifying us. All right, it's making us better as men of the Lord. All right, but we're going to go through that temptation. All right, and keep the faith. All right, through all that. This is 1 Peter 4:12. It says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." Like it's a strange thing that you're going through this. No, man. That's why you have to read the prophets of old. That's why we were given the prophets of old. So learn from them. Look at Job, man. Look at Peter. Look at Paul. Look at what Paul went through. Paul talked about he been shipwrecked, bitten by snakes, beaten by his own countrymen, shipwrecked and all kind of stuff, man. Paul went through hell, and then he kept on pushing. All right. Many of the prophets went through hell. Stephen got stoned to death, but before he got stoned to death, he preached and rebuked. He kept the faith to the end. All right. So don't think it's strange as you go through this stuff, man. You go through it so you can get to a point where you never go through it again. This is your way of appreciating the struggle, because eventually the struggle is going to be over. All right, this is temporary. See, the thing is, we got to remember that this is temporary, man. It's temporary that we're going through what we're going through. This is not a permanent punishment. This is temporary. All right? So just remember that. And don't think it's strange when you're going through it. You're supposed to rejoice. The scriptures talk about when you brought to a lower state. And so when you're brought low, rejoice. Because it shows that the Lord is going to deal with you. He's going to prove you. He's going to chastise you as with sons, as scriptures say. So we're just getting chastised right now. All right. The Lord can keep you humble, Verse 13, it says, "But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy." All right, because the Lord is suffering, or he did suffer, and we're going to suffer for him because he suffered for us. All right. So in that day, we'll be glad because we understand that he went through suffering, and we're going to go through suffering for him. All right. It's that simple. "If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushai, Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified." So the world's going to speak evil of the Lord, but we're not. We're going to speak nothing but great things about him because we glorify him in his name. Like it tell you in the book of Sirach, it says the elect shall praise his name, his holy name. And that's what we're doing because we're of the hopeful elect. And the elect are going to do that. All right. So they can say whatever because the Lord already said it. Yahushua already said it. Talk about the world. He said, just know that it hated me before it hated you. So we rejoice in that. We just know that the Lord has us on the right track. We just had to stay on. Philippians 1:29. "For unto you it is given in the behalf of Yahushua, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake." So we're going to suffer for the Lord's sake because he suffered for ours. All right. The servant is not greater than his master. We're going to have to go through that fire. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.